Man, I'll be honest. I like her. I think she's pretty base. I think she's pretty normal. But math, maybe not her strong suit. Um, retard. Just retard. And refuses to make any argument other than personal attacks. My problem with Andrew, in I agree with him, but I hate how he talks. He always talk in a very condescending manner. And again, I get he does it for clicks. That's why he's popular, whatever. And like he treats them like the idiots that they are. I get it, but and I get like he's not trying to convince them. He's convincing the audience. I get it. I don't like that strategy, but it is effective. Okay. Anyways, forget about put down the Duncan for a second. Forget about that part, okay? Like, yeah, he was rude, but honestly, I think he only started being very rude when they became very rude, okay? They had some agreement, but after that, because what Andrew is saying, and this is like the basic, the most basic understanding of what society needs in order to survive. This is just common sense, by the way. This is logic. This is hard math, not an emotional argument. This is just how it is. For society to survive, the population needs to, at the very least, maintain itself. Okay? For it to survive as it is. Otherwise, like, it will decline or will change in dramatic ways, stuff like that, right? So, in order for society to survive as it is, at the very least, you need to maintain the same amount of people. That means that on average, in a two-parent household, you need, or basically, not even an household, for every man and woman, there needs to be two children. Right? I think the actual statistical number in order for society to stay basically where it is in terms of like numbers of people is actually 2.1 births, because I'm assuming there's like you know child deaths and whatever what's called like infant mortality rate, just diseases, the people die earlier than expected, yada yada, right? So I'm assuming it's like accounting for that. That's why it's like a 2.1. But anyways, his argument is just logically speaking, numerically, mathematically, if you want to maintain your society, you have to increase the birth rate. Therefore, his argument, this is from the previous podcast, is that yes, we all know the duties of the man to provide, to lead, like security, yada, yada, like we all know that, right? And then the duty of the woman is to take care of the house, take care of the children. But in order to have children means you also have to rear children. Now again, personally, I don't give a shit if society survives, changes, gets destroyed. I won't be here for it. So I personally don't give a fuck. Okay, I'm not religious. My worldview is that when I'm dead, the world is dead. Okay, because like for me it is like I'm not gonna be here, so it's like I don't give a shit, right? I will very unlikely to have children. I mean, look at this face, okay? I don't have children, okay? So I don't give a fuck. Okay, right? What happens to society, realistically speaking? Okay, yeah, it might be sad, like my friends have kids and stuff like that. I can be sad for them, but realistically speaking, in terms of like the grand scheme, I don't give a fuck. Okay, I don't give a shit if you have 0.1 or -1 birth rate. Really couldn't care less. I'm talking about just mathematically speaking, logically speaking, Andrew is 100% right. In order to maintain your society and not bring in and replacement theory, not bring in a lot of people from third world countries or people that don't share your beliefs into your country, in order to like make sure that you have the numbers to maintain your society, the only way to do it is for women to give birth. Because that is how people multiply, okay? Women have to give birth. If you don't want to, that's fine. And by the way, from my understanding, it was on like 60% of women actually become mothers, or was 60% of men actually become fathers, or some shit like that. So it's like, even having 2 kids to do your part is technically not enough. Obviously, we're also going to talk about what do you call it? You have like people who cannot give birth, right? Like infertility rate, yada yada yada, all that stuff. So it's like having 2 kids in the household is technically not even doing your part if you're you're thinking about it in that sense, right? So in that regard, Andrew is 100% correct on this. And but his solution, by the way, actually I didn't expect this. This is a very mild solution to what I thought Andrew would say. Because I thought he's gonna say something like, we just need to, like, baby furnaces. We need women to become baby furnaces. Not like forcefully, but like, we need to like really like make them like, it's like kick them out of the work, don't let them vote, and just like they need to get married and have kids, right? That's what I thought he's gonna say. Actually, his solution is probably even way better, and as far as I know, has proven to work.
Socially, in society, we should be moving women into a familial role. It's not to say that women can't work. Nobody's saying women can't work. We're just saying that if you're going to glorify things in society, it should be the mother in the intact home and the wife and the caretaker at home, not
Instead of glorifying the businesswoman, the boss babe, glorify the quote unquote tread wife, right? The woman that stays at home, that has a happy family. And again, honestly, this used to work. This is what Disney Princesses was about, realistically speaking, right? Like all the Disney princesses, like, yeah, they didn't get to have kids in most of them, but like that was what they were looking for, the love. In all of the movies, the woman was the one, like the princess was the one taking care of the house, right? She's the one who brought the beast to become a man, right? She took like the wild animal and made him a decent human being out of him. That is the feminine, that is the role of the woman, right? We don't have that anymore. And I'm surprised. Actually, I didn't expect to say that because of like the previous one. I thought he's just gonna go all out and like go for like the massive clickbait. But honestly, I kind of agree with him. If you want society to survive, right? Just follow me logically, right? Forget your emotions, forget your like, like, hey, women need to work. If I don't want to have kids, fine, I get it. I'm totally with you, bro. Do whatever the fuck you want. I'm just saying, logically speaking, if you want society to survive, you need women to bear kids. What is, aside from forcing women to have kids, what would be an effective way? Glorifying, making it popular, making it cool, making it sexy, making whatever you want. Making it appealing to women to be a mother. Right? Show them that mothers are happiest, like glorify the fuck out of it. Obviously, we all know some mothers are not the happiest when they have kids. Okay, like it's fine. It's like I get it. But yeah, I think media messaging, just videos, propaganda, whatever, Disney, movies, TV series, cartoons, anime, whatever. Like it needs to start glorifying it. That is probably like the most soft core approach to this. Hardcore approach would be like, okay, women, no votes, no rights. You're just baby furnaces. We're gonna get you a man. You're gonna marry that man. Which, by the way, some societies do that shit. Okay, you don't want to go there. Not good. Not good. But I mean, when push will come to shove, and at a 0.89 rate in South Korea, or 0.6 actually, I'm not even sure. But I think 0.89 was like Japan, 0.6 or 0.65 was like South Korea. When you get low enough with the rates, I'm sorry, but like women, at some point in the future, if we will start reproducing, a lot of your rights might get fucked. I'm sorry, but like realistically speaking, it could happen. It is happening right now as we speak in many countries around the world. Okay, that is a fact. That is a thing. Like, I don't tell you. Like, at the end of the day, if the population really needs to multiply, and you get to a point of like basically like no return, which by the way, I'm talking like in a super extreme sense. I'm not saying this is happening in the next 50 years or 200 years. All of these women will be long dead. Maybe she will survive. She looks like she's 500 anyways. So maybe like another 100, 200 is nothing for her. But like, if you care about that shit, man, I mean, you should be starting to advocate for, to bring back Disney princesses and none of this modern bullshit. I, I mean, we can talk in an extreme sense and say the future of humanity depends on your actions, but kinda, but kinda,